When you use the restroom at your wife's OB's office,
Yes.
in the bathroom, are there condoms, lubes, and other various things for intercourse? I'm loading up, babe, and I only sleep with one person. I can't help it.
You're stealing from the OB bathroom? That's good.
It's there.
I would.
No, it's given. Free is free. My wife's going to find it in my pockets doing laundry. She's going to think I'm fucking around. The truth is, I'm just greedy.
Josh, why do you have a 6-pack of condoms? Free is free.
Free is free. I'll make some water balloons.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just so good guys. Whoa.
Mazel Morons, I'm sitting here with a guy who looks like he works at a Jewish sleepaway camp in Spence Hopper.
You know, Josh, the second that the thermostat goes up over 70 degrees in the great state of New York, we're wearing shorts. I wore shoes for you. I decided not to wear my Tevas or my Naots, but yes, I definitely feel like I am a camp counselor. Camp counselor!
You're wearing earth tones. You're wearing a t-shirt and shorts. You look ready for anything. You look svelte, and you look like you just got back from telling Rivka that she has a care package in cabin 2.
She does, and I don't know if you noticed, my glasses are also a hue of green. My shirt is a hue of green. My shorts are a hue of green. And all I have to say is quick shout out, Josh. I don't know if you know what this shirt is, but this is Tiger Woods' new golf shirt company called Sunday Red. And all I have to say is I am on Tiger Woods' PR list, Josh.
Wow.
So shout out, okay? Shout out. This isn't your mother's shirt, okay? This is Tiger Woods Sunday Red exclusive PR. I can hook you up. I
just like Tiger Woods because it proves that you can make an excellent specimen and all you have to do is break their heart and soul from 2 years old.
Do you know, like, you're aware of how good Tiger Woods is, right? Or was?
The Michael Jordan, once in a generation
I don't
athlete.
even think, like, if you look at Tiger Woods' stats, as literally everybody clicks off of this podcast, if you look at Tiger Woods' stats, he was the most dominant player in golf for like 10 straight years, but to the point where he won like 95% of his events. It's not even comparable to Michael Jordan. Like, if you really look at it, it's like Michael Jordan going 80-2. Like, that was what Tiger Woods was doing. He was so much better than everybody else. And yeah, so what? He had no childhood. Who cares? He's a legend. He's a legend.
What if you're me, though, and you had no childhood and you're just like, oh, good, he got a podcast. All he had to give up was years 8 through 18. Woo! Fucking consolation prize.
That is so funny. You gave up just as much as Tiger Woods. You're
a loser.
You're in the same camp as like Serena Williams, Tiger Woods.
Totally. That is a harsh reality to sit with, and I'll tell you, we're going to move on, but I haven't moved on here.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard and ever thought of, and I love it. You're so much better off. You know that, Josh? You know that? You're so much better off. What is this shirt you're wearing? I love it. I can't read it from here. What does it say?
This is Rain or Shine, and it's my charity, Feed the Streets.
Yes.
It's our merch. I have merch, so everyone can know that I'm a good person when they walk by me.
Yes, rain or shine, feed the streets. I absolutely love it.
I love it.
Yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on from you being a child prodigy or what could have been. You could have done that. You could have been like Magnus, Josh. You could have put all your childhood into chess.
Yeah. It'd be interesting being that good at something, being like excellent, like that truly 1%. Cause like, here's the thing. Yes, I did give that up, but like I can assimilate, like I can hang. I'm a fun hang. You know what I mean? I can chop it up with the best of them. These real elites like that, the Tigers, the Magnuses, I don't know if they're down to clown. Like, are they a fun hang?
I don't think so. Actually, Tiger Woods is definitely a fun hang. Tiger Woods at this point in his career has to be a fun hang.
I'm trying to think about the people that I have met who are on that net. I mean, chatting with Christopher Nolan here or there, he was a fun chat. I think people like that always seem like they have their mind on something more important.
Yeah, because they do.
Yeah,
they're like, can you shut the fuck up and leave me alone? Because I have so many more important things to do in my brain that will lead to so much more than the conversation that we're having. I do wonder how difficult small talk is for people like that. It's probably very hard. Very hard.
I don't know, because like for me, I want to talk about Amazon Prime Day. You know what I mean? I want to talk about
a sweet deal.
Yeah, or like something for the table that we ordered that was really good. Like, oh, Chrissy boy, you'll never guess how good the spin art dip was at CPK last week. And he's like, I literally made Batman. Can you write and go fuck off? But he wouldn't be that way. He'd be a freaking gentleman the way he's always been.
Speaking of a best, Josh, do you have a best bite of the week? Have you had something absolutely scrumptious recently that tickled your tongue that you'd like to share?
I'm so glad you teed me up for that. Funny enough, our friends at Dorsia recently gave me a few more credits. Thanks. Glad you could spare it.
I'm happy you have money to eat. Feed the streets.
Feed the me.
Feed Josh.
Feed the Josh. But shout out Dorsia. They hit me up and they were like, yo, we want you to go out and, cause Dorsia is launching this new thing called MoonPay where they can you can use crypto to actually get Dorsia credits, which is cool. I was like, guys, I don't have crypto because I have a scarcity complex from growing up the way that I did and not getting residuals. And they were like, we get it. Just whatever. Just go eat dinner. Stop talking. So anyway, we went to Mozza the other day, which is a Nancy Silverton, brilliant chef. It's one of her restaurants in LA. And for dessert, she has this ice cream sundae. I think it's called the Tin Roof ice cream sundae. It's this beautiful ice cream. And then she does hot homemade marshmallow dip, like a marshmallow drizzle. Spanish peanuts, my boy. Spanish ones. You've had these?
No,
these
what
Spanish
is the difference
nuts?
between a Spanish peanut and a regular peanut?
They're zesty. I don't know what it is, my boy, but just like everything else Spanish, they're better. They're excellent. And the whole thing, I just love a texture play, and you know that about me.
Yes. I also had a texture play recently on a dessert, Josh. I went to a new restaurant called Raphael on the Upper East Side of New York. And let me just describe this dessert to you, okay? This was a strawberry cheesecake, but it wasn't like your mother's strawberry cheesecake, okay? There was such a beautiful layer of just like this perfect gelatinous. It was almost like jam. Like they just loaded the top with strawberry jam. Yeah. And then you have the perfect cream cheese cheesecake. And then, of course, a gorgeous crumble. Absolutely divine. 10 out of 10. Fantastic. And the texture, you pointed that out. You go jelly, you go cream, you go crumble. This is a good dessert.
This is why I don't like mashed potatoes. No texture.
It's interesting. Yeah. Okay, I'll push you on mashed potatoes, though, because I think that mashed potatoes should never be eaten alone. But mashed potatoes with something actually creates the texture. You take a little piece of steak, you dunk it in the mashed potatoes, that's texture, right? Or no, or you don't feel that way.
If I may push back, wouldn't you rather it be a frite if you're going to be eating it with steak any day?
I would rather it be creamed spinach. If I have my druthers, I'm having it be creamed spinach.
This was a real outfield type addition you just made. Definitely.
I'm just saying.
I prefer asparagus.
I'm just saying, if we're saying what we prefer, I'm creamed spinach. Creamed spinach.
Noted. If we're staying in the potato sphere.
Okay, fine. So we'll stay in potatoes. Okay, so mashed, You like a wedge? I like a nice wedge, but I prefer mashed with my steak.
A potato? Oh, you like a potato wedge with your steak?
No, I prefer a mashed potato with my steak. But if I had to, honestly, I'd prefer an au gratin. How about that? You like an au gratin?
I hear you on that. And there's texture to be had there because of the crispy top. But I think the fries, the steak frites, it is a thing, is kind of, if you're going to eat a potato with steak, it's one of the more superior options.
Okay. But that would require me to have a bite of my steak and then pick up a fry. I'm saying, what can I put on top of my piece of steak? That's why I like the mashed potato. To each their own, Josh, to each their own. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Hero Bread. Folks, Hero Bread has been it for me when it comes to losing weight. And even if you don't have weight to lose, it's just better to eat bread that doesn't have sugar, has low net carbs, high in protein. Why not? Why not better yourself? But really, if you have some extra LBs to share, Hero Bread is really the solution because you don't have to give up sandwiches. It used to be I would go on these diets. They're basically crash diets. I would only eat salads or I'd only eat tuna. Remember that keto season? And now I can eat bread because Hero Bread allows me to have the same exact quality, the same exact consistency in a variety of breads. I love the white bread because your boy loves a nice turkey sandwich. You throw it on some beautiful white bread, little mustard, little mayonnaise, some pickles, some onions, some lettuce. It is fantastic. And I'm not sacrificing on the quality or the taste at all with my Hero Bread. Also, for a bagel, 4 grams of net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and 19 grams of protein in a bagel. What are you, nuts if you're not getting Hero Bread? It's absolutely amazing. Throw some tuna on it. I'm telling you, the texture and the taste are identical to regular bread. They're nutritious, though. Why not pick up the nutritious option? Okay, and what about their everything bagel? 5 grams of net carbs, 17 grams of protein. Are you kidding me? Finally, you're going to eat a bagel, and you're going to be full after. You're not going to need that second bagel. But if you want a second bagel, you can have another one for another 17 grams of protein. Hello, gains. I'm telling you, you would never know. You would never, ever know that these are low net carbs and high in fiber bread. The texture is that of regular bread. So folks, what else do you need to hear? Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order if you go to hero.co and use code GOODGUYS at checkout. That's GOODGUYS at hero.co, hero.co. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Bobby. Folks, Bobby supports every feeding journey with simple, organic, high-quality formulas that bring their best for your best. Founded by moms, backed by science, and trusted by over 500,000 parents, visit Bobby.com to explore all of their formula options. Now, let me talk to you about Bobby, okay? Feeding your baby isn't a one-size-fits-all, okay? That's why Bobby exists and was made by moms for moms to support you wherever you are in your journey. Whether you're exclusively formula feeding, combo feeding, or just need a backup in case the pantry, runs out of stock, Bobby has your back. Bobby's formulas are USDA organic, clean label certified, and modeled after breast milk, so they're easy on tiny tummies. Choose from their OG, much-loved organic original infant formula, or grass-fed whole milk recipe, or even gentler options for sensitive babies. They really have everything, and they're all with this new organic whole milk recipe. It's absolutely fantastic. And Bobby is a proudly mom-founded, mom-led team that set a new standard for infants' formulas. And you want to make sure that your infants are drinking the best. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? Bobby is offering an additional 10% off your purchase with code GOODGUYS. Visit hibobby.com to find the Bobby formula that fits your journey. That's HIBOBBIE.com. Use code GOODGUYS.
Shout out my friend Chuck, who will go to the most high-end steak restaurants in California, and he will sneak in a bottle of A1 sauce because they don't serve it.
This is a good comment, Joshua. This is a good conversation. Peter Luger's sauce, the horseradish steak sauce, in my opinion, is the superior steak sauce. I like an A1 too because it has some tang. Far too often, Josh, you'll go into a steakhouse, you'll ask them for something, and they have nothing with bite. It's always like a béarnaise or some kind of like a buttery sauce. I like something horseradishy. A beurre blanc. Exactly. Who wants a beurre blanc? Not me, okay? I want something horseradishy. I want something with a bite. And A1 is solid. I don't know if I'd bring A1 with me, but That's a lot. That's like real love for A1. I would bring Luger's sauce with me, though. So good.
I just want to see the look on people's faces when the entrees have dropped and I dip into my sports coat and go, uh-huh. Yeah, I know. Crazy. Mayor Adams, right? Shouties.
Yeah. Shouties. That's my mom to a T, except my mom will bring the steak home and she'll eat it. Did I send you the picture of her? She's driving, one hand on the wheel, one hand with a lamb chop.
No.
Did I send you that?
What an absolute legend.
She literally sent me a picture. She's like, I had dad brought home a couple extra lamb chops from his event. I brought them in the car with me. She's eating lamb chops in the car with one hand.
Oh my God. Driving while gassy.
Yeah, so true. I didn't want to be in that car.
Oh, shut out, Ava. Was there any mint sauce in the cup holders, like the mint jelly?
No mint jelly. No, which oddly has it. I can't ever look at mint jelly again. Do you agree it has a very similar consistency to the jelly that's in an ultrasound? Imagine this. Ooh, I go to Claudia's next ultrasound, except I swap it for mint jelly and I bring a nice maybe piece of meat, a nice lamb chop, and I just take a nice scoop right off her.
Do you have the feeling, do you have those invasive thoughts with when they put the jelly on her stomach where you're like, because I want to say it's a little much, right? You don't need that much, Doc.
No. How much do you this is a good question.
They're showing up.
How much jelly do you actually need to have a successful ultrasound? And is the jelly really just so that they can easily move it around? That's all that it is,
or
right?
Is there a conductive reason? These are the questions that need to be asked.
Correct. Is it a conductive reason or is it purely for lubrication? Because I would argue that just like a little bit of oil might be better, less toxic, maybe like a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the skin. Or is it conductive? Good question, Josh. I have a feeling it's purely for lubrication.
For sure. And this entire segment is grossing me out, if you ask.
Especially because it started with mint jelly.
Imagine they run out and they're just like, okay, go to the steak shop downstairs.
Pick it up.
Yeah, no one would know. It would actually probably be better.
It would smell fantastic. Here's another thing, Josh. We need to make scented jelly for these ultrasounds. Imagine one, it smelled like churros. That's fantastic.
Diane, congrats. Not only are you having twins, but you're going to Acapulco pina colada scented.
Yes, I love it.
I love it.
There's no innovation, Josh. These women deserve more.
The truth is I judge a place when we have to go to a different doctor, like the high risk or whatever. If they don't have the jelly warming station, I'm like,
yes.
I look at them, I go, Doc, you cheaped out on the warmer, the jelly warmer. You cheaped out on this.
I also judge, Josh, if they don't have a wipe. What are you, nuts? You're having these women wipe it down with a dry paper towel. Their stomach is going to feel sticky the whole day. You need wipes.
This is so interesting. So when you use the restroom at your wife's OB's office,
yes.
In the bathroom, are there condoms, lubes, and other various things for intercourse?
There's nothing that I can see. It's just a bathroom, but I've never noticed any trinkets.
I'm loading up, babe, and I only sleep with one person. I can't help it.
You're stealing from the OB bathroom? That's good.
It's there.
I would.
No, it's given. Free is free. My wife's going to find it in my pockets doing laundry. She's going to think I'm fucking around. The truth is, I'm just greedy.
Josh, why do you have a 6-pack of condoms? Free is free.
Free is free. I'll make some water balloons.
Free is free.
I mean, it's dirty birdie, babe. Like I always go in that bathroom and I'm like, wow, I wonder what they're going to have next.
I'm jealous. No, mine has nothing. Absolutely nothing. They need to step up their game. It's barren.
Okay. Ultrasound gel is used during ultrasound exams to improve sound wave transmission between the transducer and the skin, allowing for clearer images.
Understood. Okay. That makes perfect sense.
It's a conductive medium. We said that.
Okay, it's a conductive medium. Now, Josh, does it say exactly how much you need to create that conductor?
It doesn't, but it does say that it not only helps with smooth movement, but it also eliminates air pockets. Ultrasound gel fills in the air gaps between the transducer and the skin. Yeah.
Now, does it talk about any scented ultrasound jelly? Or again, is this still just something that we can create?
It says that Elon Musk is currently working on a Miami Vice scented ultrasound gel.
Right. Good. Okay.
Shout out Doge.
I knew he beat us to it. That's where all the savings are going.
Yeah. He's like, I can't. I'm working on lubricant now. We
need to get him and Magnus in the same room.
Oh my God. Well, just a 1 hour silent interview. They do it all in their head. Oh man.
What else, bub? What's going on? How's Max? How's Shy? How's Paige? Give us an update.
Everyone is good. You know, we're in, as you know, like you're about a month out. I'm about 2 months out from. We're kind of like in the final couple weeks before we have kids, and it's a crazy feeling. How are you feeling? Are you nervous, excited? Be honest, share it so you don't wear it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely nervous. I wasn't nervous at all, and now I'm feeling just unsettled about like the schedule and timing. Like, I think that when we weren't having a C-section, Josh, it was like, there wasn't a date, right? It was like, okay, it's the end of May, but whenever it comes, and I don't have to think about a date. But now that I have an actual date, it's become abundantly clear how little time we have until he comes, yet it also feels like an eternity. I can't explain it. So that it being so far in the distance stresses me out. It being so close stresses me out. And so, yeah, I'm generally stressed. And Claudia definitely is ready for him to come. And that stresses me out too. Like, I'm definitely, as you know, a pleaser here. Like, if I can help her in any way, I'm going to help her. And I can't. For the most part, I can't at this stage. Like, there's just so much. Like, I can rub her back. I could rub her feet. I can make her dinner. It doesn't change. She's thankful, but it doesn't change the problem. The problem is that there's a baby in her and he needs to come out. So, nervous, I think is the only way to describe it. Stressed.
So normal,
anxious.
So natural. And I will tell you this. Obviously, a C-section is a surgery with its own things and whatnot, and there is additional recovery for sure, which we'll talk about off mic. Just with, you know, having to help someone who's basically had major abdominal surgery after the birth. But I will tell you the upside, as I've had 2 of them now, and by I mean my wife, is that the first time she got induced and she was going to have it, old-fashioned way, down the water slide, boom, good night. I hold a leg, let's go, old school. Yeah. So my wife labored for like 30 hours, day and a half, till finally the doctor said, it's safest for the baby, where we're at right now, let's do a C-section. The second time, we showed up, it was scheduled, we hung out for an hour, baby came an hour later. I mean, it's kind of gorgeous because that, like, my wonderful sister-in-law, Blake, she labored for like 2.5 days. So knowing that it's like scheduled, this is going to happen. And then as soon as it's done, we can start to recover. It's kind of great.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by DraftKings. Spring is in full bloom on DraftKings Casino. New offers and promos are sprouting up daily. Right now, new players can play $5 on anything and get 350 casino spins instantly on a featured slot game. Download the app and sign up with code GOODGUYS. Take the featured slot for a spin and explore thousands of others in DraftKings game library. Check back daily to claim the hottest offers and promos on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Connecticut and Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins valid for featured games only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends June 15th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Momentous. Momentous is driven by the relentless pursuit of helping you achieve performance for life. Don't we all want that? I want that. Momentous ensures every product in their range adheres to the Momentous standard. Rigorous testing backed by science and the highest quality ingredients. Momentous products minimize anything that doesn't provide nutritional value. They never use artificial flavors or sweeteners. The Momentous 3 is made up of protein, creatine, and omega-3s. Expert research shows most people don't get adequate amounts of any of these nutrients from diet alone, yet they form the critical foundation to long-term health and performance. If taken daily, this routine supports every cellular function of the brain and body, from muscle recovery and growth to focus and energy, making the Momentous 3 the easiest way to drive the biggest impact on health span and help you continue to do what you love for longer. And every product is NSF certified for sport or informed sport, meaning every batch is third-party tested for purity, label accuracy, and banned substances. Momentous invests 1.5% of all revenue on post-production testing and certification, ensuring every product is safe for athletes and therefore safe for you. This rigorous level of testing sets Momentous apart in trust and transparency from the competition. You always know what's on their label is exactly what's in their product. Every product is developed alongside leading experts in their field, including Dr. Stacy Sins and Dr. Andy Galpin, Dr. Andrew Huberman, and Dr. Kelly Starrett. If you're ready to switch it up to a company who's doing it differently and putting you first, head to livemomentous.com and use code GOODGUYS for 35% off your first subscription. That's code GOODGUYS at livemomentous.com for 35% off your first subscription. And how long did you stay in the hospital, Josh? How long was Paige in the hospital with Shy after the C-section? So you have the procedure. How long did you stay?
For Max, we stayed long. We pushed it. They were like, you could go home or you could, we're like, give us another night, please. We don't want to be alone with this thing. So it was like 3 days, 3 nights. But with Shy, I think it was like 2 days, 2 nights, and we were out.
Yeah, so I think they said that we should estimate it to be about 3 days. And what I'm thinking is, Josh, is it inappropriate for me to bring an Aero mattress?
Okay, boy logic, I don't think at all, as long as you're not worried about appearances.
No, what's wrong with an Aero mattress on the floor? I should sleep in this. I can't sleep in a recliner, Josh. I just can't. They say it reclines fully. I want to be there. Why can't I set up or a sleeping bag? Yeah, I'll pull it. I'll pull up with my sleeping bag. I think an Aero mattress is it. Or maybe there's a mattress sponsor. I asked the doctor. I'm like, they put these beds in a box. Is it weird if I show up with a Helix?
Yeah, Doc, I'm so happy to be here, and so is my Brooklyn bedding.
Yeah, he's like, I guess if you it's fine if you want to. It'll be hard to get home. I'm like, it's not my problem to get it home. What are you nuts? I'm bringing it in a box. I'm opening it. I'm sleeping on it. And then it's the hospitals.
At the hospital where we had our boys, the first time they allowed the men cots. This was great. This made me feel like I was at sleepaway camp. Wonderful. The second time, 3 years later, was Shy. They only did recliners, and they go, but don't worry. And I'm like, okay, they're going to be able to turn this recliner into, I don't know, a freaking Cal King. They go, we give you sheets. I go, thank you.
Yeah, and it's a recliner that goes completely flat. Is that it, right?
Not even. You're lucky if
terrible.
You're 75 degrees.
So that I can't do. No, I can't do that. No. I can't even do a futon-esque. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to bring an Aero mattress. I'm bringing an Aero mattress.
Not only that, yes, this is not about her. It's about you, Ben. And also,
she has a bed. What about her? She has a bed.
And you know what? Spoiler alert, she'll be in it the whole time. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
The whole time.
Yeah.
And you'll never guess this. Do you know in a hospital bed, in the little thing that turns the bed up and down, is also the speaker for the television. In the remote control is the speaker for the television, because they don't want a TV blasting sound in every room. So it really is just up near your wife's head. Except, what if you're watching, huh? I would say, Paige, turn it. Turn the speaker. I like Jeopardy. I can't hear.
Paige, wake up!
Paige.
Jeopardy's on.
Yes, I'm missing the Daily Double.
Yeah, he's on a 4-day winning streak. Paige, wake the fuck up!
Yes. They are going to come in and here's the thing, right? So you're going to have this baby and you guys are going to be in recovery for 2 hours, and then they're going to bring you back with the child. And then every hour, and it's great, they're going to be coming in with something new. They're going to say, we're going to check the Billy Rubin. I'm going to say, Billy Rubin, it sounds like a kid I went to Hebrew school with.
The Billy Rubin.
Billy Rubin, I had one for lunch. It was only okay. And then they want to see the jaundice. Then they come in, they do the hearing test. That's really cute. They literally put headphones like this on your little baby.
Oh my God.
It's really cute. And they can,
oh my God.
They could see the brain waves.
I can't believe that I forgot to tell you, because you recommended the show, that I am obsessed with The Pit.
Told you.
Oh, is it amazing? You saw the episode. We're halfway through the first season. You saw the episode where you see full vaginal birth.
Yeah, I've seen the whole season.
Oh my God. I was really shook from that. That was heavy.
Yeah.
Just seeing that head pop out. And then though, they're so graphic. They pop out this baby so CGI. It's the fakest looking kid I've ever seen. But the actual birth itself was so realistic. So, oh my God, what a show. The Pit. If you want a pit of anxiety, watch The Pit.
It's unbelievable. It's so good. And by the time this episode airs, the world will know that your boy has been keeping quite the secret the last year. It's true. Your boy was on The Last of Us. That's right. Episode 4. No big deal.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
This is what I do. I go from Oppenheimer to iCarly. I do Last of Us. I go Hallmark. This is me, babe. I'm not in the box.
It's called range, Josh. It's important, okay? It's called range. Honestly, if you were, I'm only doing Oppenheimer movies, that's not fun. That's not a cool guy that can hang.
I'm not pretentious.
Okay? No, you're not pretentious at all. You're the opposite of pretentious. And that's, no, okay, no.
Yes, I'm eating at the 5-star Michelin restaurant, and I'm also eating chicken wings out of someone's armpit in the back of an alley.
As you should be. As you should be.
Yes. And I don't mean to say that about iCarly. I'm just saying.
I was going to ask, is iCarly the chicken out of an armpit in an alley?
No.
Shout out.
It's in the middle of that. It's in the middle of that.
So somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between. All right, The Last of Us. Thank God. What was that like, Josh? Did you enjoy it?
It was pretty spectacular because I got it's, much like my Oppenheimer audition, where I got the audition and I saw the scene and I was like, I know how to do this. Like, I felt fairly confident, and then I did, 5 or 6 takes and I picked the best one and sent it. And I remember specifically going like, that was good. I think that was pretty good. But I don't get shows like this. So
yeah.
No problem. Call me when Roku wants to waste another $1 million. And so no, it was cool. It was fun, that one. Anyway, so I think Radio Shack's putting out a new show. I'm in this new show from Circuit City. It's called fucking No One Watched It.
Josh, we have a great new show. It's a Home Depot original.
That's so good.
Oh my God, it's all about finding America's best welder.
America's best welder. That is too good. Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Oh. And Josh, I don't want to steal your spotlight, but I haven't told you, I've been going on a couple of generals.
Tell me more.
Nothing's happening, okay? Nothing's happening.
Okay.
Nothing's happening. But I've been having some general meetings. For those that don't know in the industry, a general is a general meeting with a production company. I've had a couple of them. We're trying to find something for me in the food space, Josh.
Love it.
And I had a great meeting yesterday. They're like, Netflix is looking for somebody just like you. I'm like, what are you smoking?
That's amazing.
Can you shut the fuck up? Like, why are you lying? Why are you pretending that that's true? Yeah, Netflix is looking for a morbidly obese, slightly balding man with atrophy that like kind of cooks, but also like has a mid-sized following on social media. That's what Netflix is looking for. Like,
that is so good. Yes.
Yeah, they said that they're looking for men in the home that cook. That's what Netflix is looking for. I said, that's me. I said, that's me. That's me.
I love it.
So, yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yes. Like the homemaker, the male homemaker.
The male homemaker. That's me.
Male.
That's me.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right?
Made men. So there's something there.
Yeah, good men of the home.
I like it.
Good men.
Yes, for cisgender males who watch Netflix in their 40s.
Yes. It's good men home. Home good guy. Good men.
Home good men housekeeping. No, I see it all there. It's very clear. It's very clear.
I think it's my big break.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Discover. If there's one thing we've learned from the entertainment industry, it's just how easy it is to earn a reputation, even if it doesn't reflect who you really are. For example, everybody thinks that Discover is a card that isn't widely accepted, but in reality, it's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Yeah, 99%. So maybe now you'll think twice before judging a book by its cover, unless it's a celebrity cookbook. In that case, judge away. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Tonal. Folks, are you ready to get ripped? Well, get your booty in the gym. That's literally what Josh says to me on a daily basis, okay? I like supplements. I don't like going to the gym. It's too much of a hassle. I just don't want to go. Sometimes, sure, I'm in a groove. I like going to the gym, but most of the time, I just don't. It would be amazing if the gym was in my house. Well, folks, let's talk about Tonal, okay? Because we have a million things going on every day. Getting a good workout in shouldn't be one of them. Enter Tonal. Tonal will pick the perfect weight, track your progress, and suggest what to do next based on your muscle readiness, taking the guesswork out of getting in a great workout. Oh, and did I mention it's at home? It's at home! I'm telling you, folks, it is it. Tonal is the world's smartest workout that effortlessly fits into the busiest lifestyles. And with the latest iteration, Tonal 2, you can ensure your workout is more tailored and effective than ever. Tonal adjusts in 1 pound increments with adaptive weight that now goes up to 250 pounds. You're lifting one of me, challenging even the most advanced users to push their limits. You can also experience a full body burn with new Aero HIIT workouts. The perfect blend of heart-pumping cardio and strength. Plus, the new built-in Smart View leverages a high-resolution camera that lets you see yourself during your workout, analyzes your movement, and provides real-time coaching just like a personal trainer. And I know what you're thinking, Ben. What are you, nuts? You don't want to see yourself when you're working out. You do. You do. It's the only way to get better. It's the only way to improve your posture. It's the only way. Tonal is the only way. With new drop sets, Tonal 2 analyzes your movement, senses when you're fatiguing, and will drop weight until your muscles are maxed out. It's an experience you could only get in a gym until now. Right now, Tonal is offering our listeners $200 off your Tonal purchase with promo code GOODGUYS. That's TONAL.com and use promo code GOODGUYS for $200 off your purchase. That's Tonal.com, promo code GOODGUYS for $200 off.
Well, The Last of Us is out. People can watch it on the HBOs. The people, they love it. They love this show. I mean, I spent like 3 days up in Vancouver shooting it, and I got to say it was pretty... It's nice when you know something's good, because you rarely get that when you're like, I've convinced myself that some garbage was good. You know, you have to trick yourself.
Of course you do. Of course you do. And you have to be proud of everything that you're doing. Right. But then you get booked on something like The Last of Us, a real just That's a real household name. It's fantastic. Fantastic.
It was cool. I will give a little bit of insight. It was funny because the scene that I auditioned with is like this long kind of 3-page monologue-y scene. And so I auditioned, and then a few weeks later I got the part. And they were like, well, you're not going to shoot for another month. So they send me the updated script, and it's almost identical to the audition scene. And I'm like, okay. And I'm working on it. And in the world of TV, in a month, you'll probably get 8 revisions of the script because they're constantly making it better. They're constantly having to adjust it because an actor falls out. They lose a location. They have to change something for storytelling. And so I realized like a day before filming, I'm like, oh my God, I've never gotten an update of the script. And I have like a lot of lines. And so I get this pit in my stomach of like, I've been practicing with the wrong lines. This is bad. So I called the assistant director. I said, hey, I just want to make sure, am I working off the right script here? Because this is the one I have. And he goes, yeah, that's the one we're shooting tomorrow. You're good. And I was like, okay. And then I walk on the set and Craig Mazin, the great executive producer, creator of the show, brilliant guy, he looks at me, he goes, hey, what if I had changed everything on you last night? And I said, Craig, I was worried you did. And he looked at me and he just went, I don't work like that. And wow, I got to give him a lot of credit. It was really, really special.
What a treat. All right. Well, hopefully we get more of those, Josh.
Yeah, babe.
More nachas.
Nachas, nonstop nachas. Should we get to a speak pipe really quick? Because I think there's one pertaining to what we've been talking about already today.
Yes, I love a speak pipe that pertains to what we've been talking about already today.
And if you want to pertain to something we've been talking about, send us a speak pipe at speakpipe.com/goodguys. Keep it brief. Brevity is key. We like advice questions. We like questions. We don't like your what are you nutses. They're never great. Nope. Here's from Anonymous.
Hi, Josh and Ben. We're 2 Mazel Morons here.
Hey, good guy.
And we had a quick question. It's just a conversation we have a lot. And we just wanted to know your feelings on home birth, on water birth, on a hospital birth, a birthing center.
BH, both your beautiful wives are pregnant. So we're just curious, what are your thoughts?
And we just wanted to know, yeah. Okay, looking forward to hearing from you. Condo.
No.
What a gorgeous accent.
Mazel Morons.
The most gorgeous. I'm obsessed. Love them. What do I think of a home birth? What are you, nuts? What do I think of a water birth? What are you, nuts?
And call it what it is. It's a condo birth. You don't own.
Totally. It's a rental birth.
Yeah. It's a sublease birth, okay?
It's a Prius birth.
Call it what it is. You rented an Airbnb for your birth for the pictures. We know you don't live there.
It's a Range Rover sport birth. I mean, not anymore. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, I think that anything out of the hospital is nuts. If it happens, it happens. But I would much rather be in a place where I feel that people can take care of her just in case something goes wrong. Wouldn't you?
First, I want to say to our Mazel Morons, shout out. Thank you for listening. For anyone who doesn't know, Muncie is the home of an extremely religious sect of Orthodox Jews. And I also want to say, I'm so sorry that you've now been excommunicated because they found out you use modern technology. That being said, I have the utmost respect for people's wishes and desires with their birthing plan. And I agree with you, Ben, but I've had to slightly evolve my feelings on this since having kids and seeing what women go through, and they should be entitled to do it the way they want to. What I would say is that there are places like birthing centers that are not traditional hospital settings, but they you can do the pool thing, you can do certain augmented things that you want, but I think knowing, as my wife has had to have a C-section before, knowing what can go bad and how quickly, I would advise people to find a way to do it extremely close to a hospital.
Totally. What are you playing with fire now? Like now? I don't know. It's just, to each their own, but it's just a complete what are you nuts to me. It's complete what are you nuts. You know what else I found out, Josh? Do you know that you actually, there was a time where we delivered breached babies. vaginally. Not so long ago, there was a doctor, I think it was at like Cornell Hospital, who was known for delivering healthy breech babies. It is something that you can learn to do. Did you know that? So now I have a question, Josh. How much money do they make from these C-sections?
I mean, they cost $100,000.
See? So is it just a whole, ooh, baby's breech, gotta go C-section? Or is it baby's breech, gotta go C-section because that's money for the hospital, Josh?
I would say that I imagine it is safer, but we are not doctors and this is not medical advice. So what do we know? I would imagine it is safer.
We know nothing. We know nothing.
And on a serious note, in arguably the most developed country with arguably the greatest advances in medical care in the entire world, we have one of the highest mortality rates for women getting C-sections in the world. And that shouldn't be.
I didn't know that. Wow, that is another. Look at these statistics. Joshy stat.
Joshy statin. Because I'm on cholesterol meds. God, do I feel a sense of like, when I take my cholesterol meds at night, I want a round of applause because I look around and I go, can you believe what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Can you believe how grown up I am?
And that you're just in a beautiful routine. I feel that way in the morning too. I wake up. I have my beautiful AG1. I take whatever supplement I'm feeling that day. By the way, I'm off dose. I told you I was off dose. I think it made me itchy. I think I accidentally, because I didn't realize that the number one ingredient in dose is turmeric. I already am popping 500 milligrams of turmeric every morning because it's good for inflammation. I found it great for my sinuses. I've been doing it for 6 months. It's great. But when I added the dose, it started to get itchy. I think that I was OD'ing on turmeric. So I'm done. I'm done.
Of course, you have the one side effect they don't mention.
So itchiness. Like, just, it's so itchy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, why am I so itchy? I didn't take dose for 2 days. No more itching.
They're like, could cause weight gain, diarrhea. You're like, I'm just feeling a little itchy.
Just have an itch. My leg is itchy. That's it.
I wonder if there was a niacin or anything that brings blood to the surface, because that can make you kind of itchy.
Interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, routine. Yeah, I always applaud myself on my routine.
I didn't give you crap about this. I think it was with the great episode with your lovely wife, but dose was a liver detox.
Dose is apparently it is, yes, a liver detox, but it's also just supposed to help with like brain fog, all that stuff. That's apparently what dose is. I guess it's all the effects of a clean liver, even though my liver's clean as a whistle.
All right, I'm not going to attack dose. I am going to say that do you know what the liver does?
Tell me, to educate me.
It detoxes you.
So, okay, and if you have a dirty liver, we have to look up dose, okay? Olivia, can we find out exactly what dose does? I don't want to throw them down the tube. Some people really like dose.
Dose is great, but...
Is it? It made me itchy.
I don't know what dose is. I have no idea what dose is. What I'm saying is the idea of all detoxing is hooey. It does not exist unless very specific. Like if you have mercury poisoning, you can go to like an infrared sauna and like literally sweat out the mercury. Like there's some version to that, but you can't. It's like detoxing bleach. Like the liver is the powerhouse detoxer of your body.
Also, the number one way to detox is to not eat whatever you were consuming that you need to detox. Like when I had mercury poisoning, I didn't go in the sauna. I stopped eating tuna. I ended up totally fine. Also, not eating in general is the best detox.
And sorry, Olivia.
You have dose?
I do. I have it pulled up here.
Very good.
It is a clinically backed formula for optimal liver support, it says. And it is supposed to use real ingredients that cleanse your liver of unwanted elements. That's
so it's
the description that they have
I think it's just a shot of turmeric. I think that's what dose is. I think it's turmeric it's delicious. It tastes like orange juice. That's how you know it can't be that good for you if it tastes like orange juice.
Yeah, I just think what I've heard is that because a lot of people try this with hydrotherapy and this idea of detoxing, but literally your kidney and liver's only job is to detox you because you need to be detoxified every day. And I would say the only real version of toxicity to a liver is fatty liver that comes from being overweight, from eating bad foods, but you can't detox that. To your point, you just have to completely change the way you eat. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to stop being such a big fat fatty.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. So yeah, no dose.
I love it. When those liver enzymes are up, I'm like, that's it. Here comes the Ozemps. You know? Should we do another speak pipe?
Yes.
Okay, this one would actually be a better question for the points guy, but I thought we could take a swing at it. From Tatum.
Hello, I'm a college kid and I'm wanting to get my first credit card. My dad has really good credit card history. We have like a joint bank account or whatever. So that helps my credit, I guess, somehow. Anyways, I just want to know, what are the pros and cons of a credit card? Should I ever get a credit card? Should I get a credit card? What credit card should I get? Should I get a student credit card? Should I get like an airline's credit card? Because I do travel, but it's only like once or twice a year. So is that worth it? Could you explain, like, in layman's terms, interest and all of that crap?
What the?
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, look, I don't want to scare off Gen Z because the fact that we have Gen Z listeners is very exciting to me. Okay, so welcome. Thank you for calling in, college student who doesn't have a credit card yet. I don't know why you thought that we were the right people to answer these questions. Josh has sort of hinted at that. I will say that the reasons that you should have a credit card are endless. The more credit that you have, the better, because the number one thing for credit rating is ratio, right? So you don't want to have a $10,000 line of credit and use $9,000 a month, because even if you pay it off every month, your credit's going to be shit because your ratio is off. You want to find a way to build towards having $100,000 in credit lines, but only using $10,000 a month or whatever the number is, so that your credit percentage of use is low. That's what leads to a high credit rating. I guess I was the right person to ask about this, Josh.
Yeah.
And the higher your credit rating, the easier it is to get a cheaper lease on a car, maybe less down, maybe a better mortgage. Maybe credit is what, like, people use to say you are a person that we should trust. So honestly, I was the perfect person to ask, and you're welcome.
You really were. Some other benefits is that if you, as the great Brian Kelly, the points guy, would say, and you should just go to the points guy for really any good advice on credit cards.
Yes.
Everything you buy should be getting you points. And if you pay in cash, if you use a debit card, you're not getting points for your purchases. It can go towards travel, which, by the way, you don't travel. You know, don't ever say that again. Oh, I got the Delta Amex for my 2 flights to Milwaukee a year. What? What are you talking about?
That's why, by the way, Josh, a proud sponsor of the show is Built. And if you get the Built card,
shout out Built.
Built allows you to take those points and redeem them towards rent. Hello, that's fantastic. You need to pay your rent. You
100%.
can also redeem points towards a mortgage. So yes, 100%, you should get a credit card that earns you points. Would recommend Built, because that'll, even if you don't travel, rent.
And you can't pay your rent with any other credit card except Built, because Built will actually write your landlord like a cashier check. They'll send them a check and then they'll still let you use the credit card.
Exactly.
Pretty good. Getting points.
It's fantastic.
And with a credit card, you get protections. For instance, I was in Atlanta the other day.
Bingo. Yes.
This has never happened to me. This is a great fear of mine, unlocked, and I didn't even know it was. I wanted to get cash to put in the envelope for the lovely couple, Lauren and Camden, shout out the wonderful Lauren and Camden, for their wedding, which now I look like a complete schmuck. Why? I run into a Target to use their ATM, and it says, okay, great, no problem. We're going to dispense funds. I hear the ATM doing the ATM thing. Cash door doesn't open, no cash comes out.
Oof.
Receipt comes, deducted. And you know I'm nice, so deducted $600. Nothing came out.
Nightmare.
Just
nightmare.
What else is a nightmare? It was only $300. But I flew to Atlanta. What are you, nuts? But I'm like, oh my God, what a terrible feeling. So I'm like, whatever, I'm going to send it after the wedding. I was already running late. I took a picture of the machine. I took a picture of the receipt. I called Visa, who's the one who has my debit card. And they were like, great, we'll look into it. But until then, we'll credit you the money. I'm like, you will? It's like, you trust me? They're like, yeah, we have to.
We have to. Yeah, no, it's amazing. Like for fraud, for sure, Josh, you're 100% right. If somebody gets your debit card digits and spends $6,000 at Target, good luck. Good luck. But if that had happened on an American Express, no problem. That would be super easy. Speaking of weddings, quickly before we get to another speak pipe, my sister just got married and she called me and she said, you know, a random, I won't say whose side they were on. I won't say a random guest put $77 in her pocket.
Hell yeah.
3 20s, a 10, a 5, and 2 1s, tucked it in. What are you, nuts? Save the 7.
Is that a version of Chai, though?
No. It's loose change. It's what she had on her.
Hell yeah.
77. Oh, my God. I thought that was nuts.
And then she looked at your beautiful sister and said, there's none where that came from.
Oh my God.
All right, next speak pipes from Anonymous.
Hi, good guys. Love the pod. I wanted some advice on how I could spice up my announcements on the plane, especially when we land. Usually after giving the spiel about the baggage claim and all of that, I say, once again, welcome to Dallas-Fort Worth. We hope you enjoy your time here in Dallas or wherever you're headed. What else could I say to make it a little more jazzy or a little more good guys approved? Thanks.
Welcome to the Big D, baby.
Love that.
Right? I like that. Or, ooh, that's fun. I love a flight attendant. What a cool job. I'd love that, except I would hate it. Oh my God. I would hate it. It actually sounds like the worst job ever, but it's really cool because you get to fly everywhere. But like having to deal with me on a plane, like, can I have more tea?
Totally.
I don't need that. But yeah, welcome to the Big D, home of the Texas Diet Coke, Texas-sized Diet Coke. Everything's bigger in Texas, including you.
That's funny. Should we get to our What Are You Nuts?
Yes.
Our What Are You Nuts moment of the week is our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever's sticking in your craw. What do you got, Ben?
I went today to get a salad, Josh. Okay, I left my apartment. I was walking around. I was in the mood for something. I was thinking maybe a chopped, maybe a just salad, one of those. Okay, I go. And when I tell you the line outside of Chopped, and this is just a regular run-of-the-mill, it's not great. It's fine, right? It's fine. Josh, line wrapped around the block. What are you, nuts? You're waiting for 20 minutes in line for a chopped salad from Chopped? I just couldn't believe it. It's corporate. It's like one of those lunch break, run to the place. I wouldn't wait in line for something that was hyped up, let alone a chopped salad from Chopped. I thought that was nuts.
It's crazy.
Order Uber Eats or something.
I totally agree. Waiting in line in general, what are you nuts? My what are you nuts moment of the week is lucky numbers.
Okay.
Oh, it's your lucky number? Who cares? What are you nuts? Oh, 12, my lucky number. Mazel. Grow up. Like, Ukraine's at war. And you like the number 4? Give me a break. What are you, nuts?
Also, like, why is it your lucky number? What happened, honestly? Because if you play your lucky number in Lotto, you're not winning. My dad has been playing his lucky number in Lotto for 60 years. Zilch.
First of all, lucky numbers are ridiculous because of probability mathematics. But also, it's just like these little things, like your favorite number, your birthday. Like November what? Who cares? I love that. No,
I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be in November. November what?
I don't care.
November 8th. Oh, I'm the 12th. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I have no interest.
No thanks.
I have no interest. And you know what else, Josh? I don't have interest in you giving us anything less than 5 stars. What are you nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips. Instagram and TikTok, folks. We have a new TikTok clip guy. They're great. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.